Big heavyweight superstar, according to ESPN, the Top Rank. He has his tickets from his last fight with Wallin, and the numbers are quite shocking. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Also, sign up for ESPN Plus. I am an affiliate. It helps my channel when you use my link. It is in the description box with the hyperlink on all of my videos. Check that out and get ready for the content that's on ESPN Plus. They're about to put in October 1st, I think, the Dennis Rodman, the documentary that ESPN produced with him, and that's going to be available soon on the ESPN Plus. Now, Tyson Fury had a very tough fight with the unknown, unheralded Otto Wallin. It looks like his name says Wallin, so people call him Otto Wallin, and he sustained injury. Now, there are reports about his ticket sales, right? And the report was pulled by a reporter named Jake Donovan, and you will see on screen, it says final box office receipts from #Tyson Fury Wallin per the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So they have sources, because he's a writer for a major website, so they have access, or maybe get an email, I don't know, but basically they have the actual filed report from the business Top Rank, and maybe Bob Bennett and Nevada State Athletic Commission emails it to him or whatever, but it's coming from Nevada State Athletic Commission. This is like the finalized paperwork, so I would imagine this is very accurate. It did under a million, just under a million for the live gate. It did $999,722.50 in terms of the revenue it generated, and it did it off of 3,577 tickets, right? They comped, which means give away, like if you go to a hotel, because I travel so much for boxing, the Vegas knows me, and they'll comp me rooms, M Life and whatever. They'll comp me rooms and give me some of the rooms for free on certain days and different stuff like that. And then I have to pay for the rest of the room, things like that. So that's what it is. That's what a comp is. And as you see, they comped almost 4,000 tickets. Now, this is bad, 3,898, and you guys see it on screen. Now let's talk about it. This is bad for Top Rank and ESPN and Tyson Fury. One, he didn't look good in this fight. Two, some people are going to try to, old media will probably try to make this look salvageable. Like, hey, he made almost $1 million off of this few tickets sold. He generated a live gate with an unknown guy, almost $1 million off of, a small amount of tickets. Man, this is horrible, bro. This is horrible. The reason being is, the thing that makes it worse is that Tyson Fury's promotion, as I told you, new media is on the case. Top Rank and ESPN have, in my opinion, over promoted Tyson Fury. What I mean is, there's a lot of great fighters, but ESPN particularly, they have this knack for over promoting. This is a word that I use, as it relates to boxing. The reason I'm saying over promoting, it's not that Tyson Fury is not a good fighter. It's not that he doesn't have skills. It's not that he can't win fight. It's you're going overboard, and it becomes an exaggeration that, simply put, the fighter cannot live up to those expectations set forth by your company. So to me, you're over promoting it. You're overdoing it, right? Like after the Tom Schwartz, they over promoted and they overdid it when it came to that victory. Nobody knew who the fuck Tom Schwartz was at all. Tom Schwarzenegger. Hey, Dylan, get to the chopper. Bro, no one knows who the fuck that is. And ESPN and Mercury, oh my gosh, this is poetry in motion. He moves like, Tim Bradley talking about he moved like Terrence Crawford at heavyweight. And they really started acting like Tyson Fury was a knockout artist at the elite level in the heavyweight division. And that's really not his bag. He's more so a boxer. You can't just disrespect his power, but historically, he's not. Like, it took him several rounds, I don't remember exactly, maybe 7 to 9 rounds to stop a cruiserweight, Steve Cunningham. But Amir Mansour hurt Steve Cunningham earlier in their fight. And, you could just imagine if Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, or Wilder were to fight a guy like Steve Cunningham moving up from cruiserweight, you can't imagine he would have, he's a guy who's valiant, served in the Navy, but you can imagine he wouldn't have much success. Those guys are too big and hit too hard. And actually, Tyson Fury is bigger than everybody I mentioned, Daniel Dubois, Wilder, and Joshua. He historically weighs more and he's taller than all of them, yet those guys are all more formidable punchers, including Luis Ortiz as well. So that's just the boxing game, and that's okay. Be who you are. But ESPN over promotes, and they try to make Tyson Fury really what he's not, to sell him, and to come pull back these numbers is horrible. ESPN also, they did all this, they put all this energy into making this like heroic backstory of battling and defeating mental health issues and personal demons. Battling adversity and overcoming and climbing the mountaintop, Mount Everest, with the drug. He was on drugs and gained weight. He chose to gain weight. He chose to do drugs. I'm happy that he's happy, and I'm happy that he's come out of that stage, because that wouldn't lead anywhere positive fast. But this is type of shit that happens all the time in different areas. People being strung out, but they put it and made it like almost glorified it with the amount of coverage. You couldn't even hear about who Tom Schwartz was or Otto Wallin more so than you hear about Tyson Fury's tumultuous up and down career of weight being up and down, fluctuating, and drug use, and him feeling suicidal. And they try to make it real melodramatic. So I said that to say this: you did all of this, and he sold 3,577 tickets, right? You comped out more tickets, meaning you gave away for free more tickets than you, according to the Nevada State Athletic Commission, unless you're lying on, that paperwork, which that wouldn't be good. You comped out more tickets than he sold, and he sold under 4,000. Guys like Eddie Hearn has taken shots at Anthony Joshua's nemesis, Deontay Wilder, and says, oh, his fight with Brazil only sold 6,000, which I was at the Brazil fight, and there were way more than 6,000. It was pretty much double that, but that's the competition taking shots. And old media, when Eddie Hearn said that about Wilder, which was a lie, because I was at the Brazil fight, right? I also got a email from PBC where they told the actual attendance, it was 10, 12,000, whatever it was, right? And old media got behind that, and they're like, yeah, see, Wilder, he's irrelevant. Joshua's bigger. The UK's taking over. Tyson Fury's bigger. Tyson Fury whooped Wilder's ass in the rematch. Then how come, if Tyson Fury, based on all the exposure, the red carpet treatment that ESPN is given, right, and them acting like he's a knockout artist, and he whooped Wilder's ass 10 rounds to 2, right? This whole crowd that has been supporting this in the comment section, how come it's not showing up at the door in a tourist city and a place like Las Vegas? How come he's regressing from the Tom Schwartz? Actually, the Otto Wallin fight was way better than the Tom Schwartz fight. And I could have told you that on paper. Now, I didn't pick Otto Wallin to beat him, and he didn't beat Tyson Fury. So I was dead right saying that, he still shouldn't have even fought Otto Wallin. But I had at least seen Otto Wallin fight before, and he wasn't half bad. And when he fought Tyson Fury, he rose to the occasion, and he did a lot better than myself and a lot of people thought he could do. So he kind of rose to the occasion, put himself on the map in the heavyweight division. People are going to check for him now. But on paper, even, he was still much more formidable than Tom Schwartz. And if you guys look it up, when the Tom Schwartz fight was first, like the night of the fight or whatever, Top Rank sent out to media, the information, which turned out to be false, that Tyson Fury sold 9,012 tickets or something like that. And then it was later reported through Nevada State Athletic Commission that he in fact only sold 5,600 and change. So 5,600 tickets, not 9,000. And then even with when the report came out from the Nevada State Athletic Commission with the true numbers, even the amount that was comped plus the amount that was listed as being sold, the 56 and change, the 5,600, it still didn't add up to the number that Top Rank listed it as. So, this is sad. This is real sad that old media is going out like this. And, they've said all this stuff. Wilder got his ass kicked and Tyson Fury definitely won the first fight. And even Tyson Fury has taken jabs at Wilder and said he is a bigger, he's bigger in America than Wilder is in America. He said stuff like this, right? And according to these numbers, that's false. You're with ESPN, one of the largest sports networks. I will bet anybody will set in escrow bread. I'm not talking about $100. We talking racks. I will bet anybody racks that Wilder versus Luis Ortiz will sell more than 3,577 tickets. If anybody's foolish and stupid enough to take that bet, send me an email. And once you send me the email, be prepared to send the money to an escrow account and we'll do the bet. Because I know in my heart, and I'm willing to bet, that Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, rematch, and people are complaining right now, old media, this is a good fight, but it's not pay-per-view worthy. I promise you it's going to sell more than 3,500 tickets like Tyson Fury, because it doesn't take rocket scientists to figure out boxing. The more the threat, the bigger the threat, the better the matchup, the better it sells. End of story, point blank, period. That's it. There's no real other formula to it. The better the fight, the better it will sell. And Luis Ortiz and Wilder rematch, the first fight was great. Simply put, this will sell. And from what it sounds like, Fox is the one distributing it. So Fox has been doing a bang-up job with Pacquiao's last two fights with Broner and Keith Thurman, and then also Sean Porter and Errol Spence, which I got to head out to L.A. soon, So they've been doing a great job promoting that. Wilder's a charismatic, likable character. It's over for old media. I told y'all, bro. They said Tyson Fury was bigger, so explain these numbers. There's no justification for these numbers. And worst case scenario, his last fight with Otto Wallin was better than Tom Schwartz. And they says, Bob Arum says that everybody loves Tyson Fury. He came out singing Apollo Creed, or, Living in America, came out to the Creed. He disguised his walk. It was looking solemn. Then he revealed that he was dressed like Creed and came out to James Brown, just like the Rocky IV movie. Then afterwards, he sung like Aerosmith. He did all these gimmicks, all these antics, and still the fight sold $3,500 or 3,500 tickets, excuse me. So what does that tell you? People weren't really interested. He ain't moving the needle like that, and it's because of his subpar opponent selection. Even though Otto Wallin turned out to be a good opponent, that was, a cut opened up, and that's just the way it happened. And that's what's going to happen with these fighters that keep trying to cherry pick. Eventually someone's going to, have your number and beat you or put you through a tough ass fight that wasn't supposed to. That's just the nature of the game. You can't keep giving journeymen and different people, undefeated guys, even if they haven't been heard of, a chance, especially in the heavyweight division where, things like this cut thing happen. So all in all, this whole fight, Otto Wallin versus Tyson Fury, was a L. It made Tyson Fury look vulnerable to me. Afterwards, Ben Davison said Tyson Fury didn't follow his diet. So little things like that came out, showed discord in the camp. Tyson Fury's own blood, his father said his son would have got beat by Andy Ruiz. His son would have got beat by Deontay Wilder. Hell, even Povetkin would have beat him. So your own dad went against your performance. You sustained possible scar tissue and a cut that could re-aggravate in a future fight. And then you did all this singing and Aerosmith and, you know, Janie's got a gun, all this extra shit, Apollo Creed, and your fight, all the promotion that ESPN is giving and all the Tim Bradley, Terrence Crawford comparisons and shit. This red carpet treatment that we've got from ESPN, and he sold a little bit over 3,500 tickets for this fight. Man, stop it. New media, y'all know what it is. And I told y'all, this is what happens. Tyson Fury, ESPN, they're trying to make who they want him to be into. He's not a puncher like Wilder or Joshua. You know, he's not that fighter. His fights don't typically look the same unless you put him in there with lackluster people like Tom Schwartz. Wilder knocks out anybody. He's hurt everybody he's fought. No matter if you're as good as Luis Ortiz or, you know, Jason Gavin, you still getting hurt and knocked out, you know, and that's just the reality of it. So I bet ESPN is really wondering like what they've done with this up to $108 million that they've given Tyson Fury, but they didn't give that type of deal to Terrence Crawford. From what I understand, Crawford's making $3 million a fight or something. And you ESPN, they put up to $108 million allegedly into Tyson Fury. They're not going to get no return on their investment until they fight Wilder. So again, this proves what new media has been saying. Wilder's the king of the division. All roads lead to him. He just got to get past his next fight with Luis Ortiz. Boom. You never know. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.